Okay, so we're going to jump into this one too. If you don't know, CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, developers of Star Citizen and Squadron 42, have filed for a loan from Coutts Bank. And the big issue is they put the entire IP of Squadron 42 and Foundry 42 studio in the United Kingdom on the chopping block for basically a payday loan. The issue is, I'm going to try to keep it short, guys. Look, they're getting tax credits from the government in the United Kingdom. The issue is they're not going to get it right now. They got to wait a little while. And, the fiscal year, all that crap. So instead of waiting for guaranteed money, basically, unless they did their math wrong and they're not going to be getting that much, and I'm sure Coutts would have found that, they're taking a loan against what they're going to be getting back, and they're going to be paying interest on that so they can have the money right now. And for whatever reason, that's totally okay with most of the people that love this game. I can't find any kind of positive connotation for that. I really can't. I'm scratching my head. I mean, basically it's you don't have the money for the bills, so you got to go and get a payday loan at one of these companies that charge pretty good interest rate, and because they're a multi-million-dollar company, they can't really just walk down the street to the Payday Now and Pay Cash Now. This is wow, and how people are trying to spin this into be a positive thing, and how my favorite is all the white knights flying in to say how they've done some trickery and somehow they're going to be taking out a loan and putting it to a savings account and making more money on it than no, that's not how it works, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a financial specialist, but that's not how crap works. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this short. It's a red flag, a giant red flag, and anybody trying to spin this off in a different way, good luck, man. Good luck and Godspeed, because I don't know what you're doing, but man, you're brave. Because I'll be honest, I try to ride the fence. If you've watched my videos, I don't try to, I care about the game a lot. Well, I used to, I guess you could say, because I wanted it to be fun and kind of set standards and trends and blah, 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 blah. And then it just went downhill, and then it was more about getting the money in, and then it lost focus a lot. A lot of the spirit was taken out, and I'm going to cut that out of the video. So anyway, you tell me, man. I don't foresee this being good. If you don't know, wow. Anyway, Ortwin came out on a Sunday, folks, to make an official statement about this. That's another giant red flag. Because if you follow development, you would know how often they leave us hanging over the weekend, and sometimes on in the middle of the week, the following week, to tell us something official. And here they come out on a Sunday. So you tell me. It's just nuts. The issue they're saying is because of Brexit. It's all Brexit's fault. And they have to pay their people in the UK. And the issue is, the United States dollar and the euro are outpacing the British pound, and it's supposed to get worse. And that's why they're doing this, because they don't want to have to pay, money changing fees. Yeah, they're taking an interest loan that puts the IP, and not just the IP, guys. And we're talking all assets, music, art. They're even... If you dig in, and some other people have kind of laid it out for you, they're actually talking about everything of the company, i.e. desks, chairs, computers, coffee machines. Everything in that studio is up for grabs. And it only takes them 60 days. If they default and don't pay for 60 days, the bank can turn around and take it all. And, people have said, well, that's why they separated Squadron 42 and Star Citizen. Folks, the whole idea was that, if you remember from last year, Chris Roberts said, well, they have enough money to actually finish Squadron 42, and when that comes out, and that's going to be fantastic, and everybody buys it, that's going to give them money to finish Star Citizen. So if we let Squadron 42 go, that MMO, which, if you don't know, they've already said is not going to be here before 2021. You're 5 years out, man. So it's extremely important that 3.0 comes off without a hitch, and that it's ready by Gamescom, and that it's going strong, and they're hopefully by they're into 3.1 or 3.2 by the time October rolls around for CitizenCon, and that might be enough to carry them on through Christmas. And people have done the math, on the burn rates of what CIG would cost to operate, and they go by, because they have to release financials. If you go by some of the, and you'll actually see a little bit on that if you keep watching the video, they have to release that in the UK, your earnings report. And going by that and how much people they have and, you know, lease, rent, crap like that, insurance, you figure all that in and you take what they got in Kickstarter and you take out, you know, refunds never come into this because there's not really that many documented that we can put a stamp on as guaranteed. But, you know, it's how much they spend a month, how much they've already raised, how much their backers and pledgers are putting back in every month. And they're not making enough it's a negative trend. And, you know, like I said, people, you know, they've made wild predictions that they ran out of money 8 months ago and that the money gets really squiffy right now. And then you have a few people saying they're good, you know, for 8 months or even a year after now. But the issues come up that it is highly possible and plausible. The reason why they couldn't put Star Citizen MMO on the chopping block and leave that Squadron 42 out of it is because they may have already had another loan. And that's unsubstantiated. There's nothing, you know, there's nobody pointing there because you don't have to disclose that. If they'd taken the loan in the U.S. or Germany, they don't have to disclose that loan. And, you know, especially the collateral. And that's the issue, too, people keep bringing up is the terms of this loan they're taking out. And there's actually two. And, you know, from what I understand, it's not two separate loans. It's two different terms for the same loan. But it's, you know, like I said, that's the whole shebang, folks, on the chopping block. And if this goes under now, like if 60 days they don't make the payments, it's toast. That's all I can tell you. Because it's going to be kind of hard to prove in a court of law that Squadron 42 and Star Citizen are two different games when they use the same assets. So you tell me, man. I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of tell you guys that I am most definitely taking a break from Star Citizen content. I know I just started the other new series, but I can't. Like man, I'm beyond burned out. I'm just tired of Star Citizen. Like I skip the videos when I can, when they come up on YouTube. And I'm tired of it because you've got a community that will absolutely not tolerate even just read my comments on my videos. There are people that are just having an absolute meltdown when anyone criticizes Star Citizen. And, you know, if you cared about the game and you wanted it to be the best game that was ever, you know, made, was what everyone's touting they want, then you would be very critical because you want it to be the best. You don't want it. So I guess it's what gets me is everyone's like, yeah, you know, it's going to be 100% different, which is why I backed it because some of the design philosophies, you know, especially on ship balance. I'll go into that all day if you want to about ship balance and tier systems. But it was supposed to be 100% different and everyone applauded that. And then when it slipped into the tier system, you know, over time, it's developed into people saying, well, you know, other games do it all the time, and, you know, that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, are we wanting Star Citizen to be the best it could be, or we want it to be a cookie-cutter game? We want to follow everybody else's. I mean, that's a slippery slope, man. Like, and that's the thing, too, I kind of want to bring up in one of my other videos. Star Citizen seems to be taking the best of Elite Dangerous and Freelancer and tossing that out the window and only keeping the absolute worst. And I just... yeah, it amazes me. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be taking a break. Probably doing some Let's Plays. Thought about doing some old mod videos like mapping for the original Call of Duty and maybe some scripting and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I'm taking a break from Star Citizen because I just can't. I can't. Like I said, the people they're spinning this to be positive. Dude, seriously, good luck and Godspeed because you are brave. I can't do that. So anyway, I hope this has been entertaining or at least informative. Yeah, if nothing else, just follow the links and have a light browse. And you know, make sure you check the charges and everything else. Anyway, folks, it's been great. It's been a fun little ride. Most of you probably aren't going to stick around for the boring stuff that I'm going to be doing. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll catch you later.